Hi everybody! I wanted to show y'all the kit that I put together for a 6x8 baby album that I will be making for my cousin who is having a baby boy. I didn't buy a kit. I didn't buy a collection because I knew that I had some baby boy papers from Laura Ballora that I got from Baby M. And I absolutely love these papers. I love the colors, the patterns. So these papers are going to be the main papers that I use. Isn't this so cute? And I love just the super soft patterns. Look at this. This is one of my favorites. This number here. And so I started off with these papers and these were kind of like my jumping off point. So then I could not find my ephemera. I could not find my stickers for the Baby M. I thought I had lost them. So then I was like, I know I have these colors in my stash. So I started to go into my Maggie Holmes because I have tons of Maggie Holmes. And I started to pull out anything from crepe paper as well that would go with these papers. This is what I chose. So then I was like, you know, it looks like I'm gonna do a lot of, in the same shade of blues. It's still in the same color, just a shade darker. Here I have a ton of Maggie Holmes collections. Like I know this is Square Market or Market Square. I know this is from Gather. I think I have some Gingham Garden. This is old though. I think this is Pebbles that I got from my stash. And then like some black and white. I know this is Gather. Went through all of them, all of my Maggie Holmes and crepe paper. And I don't have a ton of chipboard from the Laura Ballora, so I brought in some chipboard and some stickers. I don't think I have any stickers like this from Laura Ballora. So, and then I got some like enamel dots and there's buttons. Like how perfect is that? Then I got some puffies because Laura Ballora is a Spanish collection, so they're Spanish words, so I wanted to bring in some English ones, even though my cousin is Hispanic and she knows Spanish, so she would know those words, but you know, also wanted to bring in some English. Oh, and then I brought out some browns, some mustards, because I think there's some browns. Yeah, some browns in here. And then if you can't tell which one's the Laura Ballora ephemera and which one's not, then I did a good job. Let me know in the comments below if you could at first glance. No? Because I think I did pretty good. So, of course, this is like crepe paper, super old. And then this is Laura Ballora. This is Gather or maybe Shine. This is Laura Ballora. Laura Ballora. You could tell she's a little bit more white, like a more stark white. And I think crepe paper has more of a cloudy, warmer white. I think that's from Shine. Look at this. This is crepe paper. This is from the same collection. Gosh, what collection is that? Is that Little You? And I think the Little You came with both for like a boy and a girl, like pink and this mint. Look at this bottle. Anyway, so I think that's pretty good. And then this April I've had for forever. This is crepe paper, but I don't know what collection this is. And he's going to be born this month, so I thought that'd be great to add in. So I think that goes really well. So this is all from my stash. That's some of the ephemera I put together. That's more bigger, so that's why it's here. But trust me, I've got more ephemera. Because I didn't know where my Laura Ballora ephemera was. So I was like, oh no. Okay, I'm fine. I know I have stuff in my stash. So here's a mix. I finally found my Laura Ballora ephemera and I mix it in with some of that Little You by crepe paper. This is Laura Ballora. And of course there's Spanish words, so That little U is perfect to bring in some English words like love you to the moon and back. So I have some chipboard in here from Laura by Laura. That is from Pebbles from a Jed Hatfield collection. So I also, like I said, I went through all my collections and I looked at the papers to see if the colors were similar. And if they were, then I dove into that collection and see what I could pull out and gather to form this DIY collection. Love that I had a ton of acetate, love acetate from the little U. This is Heidi Swap, but I'm gonna use grays and silvers. That Jen Hadfield was like a family collection, so that's perfect. So there's a lot of family type of phrases. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, so cute. Nuestro hogar. Irás una vez. Dulces sueños. Por primera vez. I think some of these I'm also just going to gift her and she could place them wherever. Like there's a first tooth one. So then she could do a little bit of her own scrapping, just like 5 minutes here, you know, us scrappers, if you had a little one, a little 5 minutes of being artistic was so therapeutic. So I want to share that with her. You know, looking at it, I think I did a good job. Then like all these little bits. So Laura by Laura does have an orange. When I was doing this, I was like, wow, I thought I was gonna have to supplement and buy something, but now I'm like, no, this is a lot. This is good because, you know, this and this is a good amount. So that's for like an icon, ephemera, and phrases. I wanted some like tuckies, layering type. So of course I went into all the Maggie Holmes, the paper repack. One of my absolute faves because it's so great for layering. However, I just found out that they made the paper repack for journals and planners, which makes sense because it's very, very thin. I love it to layer in my scrapbook. So I went into two paper repacks and I pulled out all these layering pieces, all the blues and like wood grain, oatmeal type of color, burlap type of color. Like this is so cute. It's gonna give it a really nice soft touch, I think, to Laura by Laura's modern and minimal look. Yeah, it's matching really well. And then these are more like for embellishing. Actually, this is more layering pieces that I just die cut. I put those in my layering stack. So yeah, these are more to embellish. So I have these enamel dots here. I am loving these clear enamel dots. Love those. I usually would have thought to just use those for like anything with water type of photo, but no, I really just like the dimension that they add. And then this was from a winter collection. This is from a Maggie Holmes. I know it is. Frame. So cute. This is also twine from a Maggie Holmes, but I just love this shade of blue. It's really, really pretty. And then this is from an old Tuesday Morning Find. I want to say this is 49th and Market. It already has adhesive, so that's super helpful with lace. Some doilies for my stash. This is Martha Stewart, and this is just doilies for Michaels. And then I put these journaling pockets together. The vellum tags are from Hobby Lobby. These white pockets were like a DIY American Crafts. When American Crafts used to do like those DIY things, and this too is also from a DIY American Crafts. This is just for like texture. It's also for some layering, some of them like the doily. Okay, so far, I want to show y'all. So like a kit, here are like my journaling ephemera. and layering ephemera. This is like for texture. This is like my chipboard. And then these are my icon and phrases bits. So I realized that's probably not enough paper. So I went ahead and went in my stash. I got this paper out. This is Dear Lizzie. If I use the back of this paper, look, see? I think it's a good match. And then my husband really likes this paper. He likes this bird paper, even though there's already a lot of papers here with the patterns. I just thought, what if I use a solid or something? Like this. You know, this pattern is very, very subtle. So that would look cute together. And then this color picks up that orangey brown, right? Along those same lines, if I don't want the pattern, I have this softer dotted pattern. This is from Maggie Holmes. And then she's got black and white. I didn't think she did, but she does. So I did bring in some black and white. This is Dear Lizzie, and this is Crepe Paper, Magical Forest. So I'm probably gonna cut out this bear here. So then I thought, let's bring in a little softness to this, right? So I brought this blue in. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take this off. It's just throwing me off. Yeah, that's way better. With this paper, I think that's so cute. With this paper, I'm not gonna use the months, even though that's really, really cute, but then I don't think she would like the pink. So I'm gonna use this for the months, and I'll probably back this up on some cardstock or maybe some acetate. That's an idea. To make it thicker. I'm bringing in this guy. This is from, what's this from? Is this from Shine by Crepe Paper? Or is this Gather? I don't remember. But I think it's cute. I brought in this one. This one's another cute one. It does bring in another color, green, which is fine because Laura by Laura has this green here. I can't find the other E, but it says Bebe. Right? Yes! Then I brought this stars. Oh my gosh. Like this here, this here, this here, this. I got all my blues out. I wanted to have lots of paper to choose from. Use up the stash. Like, I'm loving this. I'm loving gifting. It's making me use my stash because I can't use it all in the time that I need to. So this color might be a little too peachy now that I think about it. So we got crosses. Let's bring that out and not use that. We'll bring him. Yeah, oh yeah, way better. I'm bringing in this ruler paper. I think this is from Gather because, you know, with babies, there's a lot of measuring going on as far as their weight, their height, or their length. They're growing, just that whole idea. And so I'm definitely going to be cutting into this and using this as more pieces to use for ephemera. Look at that strip. I didn't want to get rid of that because that I could use. That is adorable. I thought this one was really cute. Yeah, that one goes for sure. And I don't want to get rid of the strip because that's a really nice strip. I have this one, but it's a different blue than all the other ones. It could work. Yeah, totally. It could work. That's part of a scrap because that's not a whole 12 by 12. So I'm going ahead of myself. But this is a scrap piece of paper. You never know. This could be made into an envelope or whatnot. This is another scrap piece of paper. This could be used for layering. This is from my stash to pull in some silver to add another white. This is another gray tone. Again, a scrap piece of paper. This would be cute. Not really sure how I'll use this because it is very thin piece of paper. I don't know, maybe I could make this into an envelope. That's what I'm thinking. And I have this one Yeah, that totally goes. I think this is a little bit too dark because that's supposed to be cork, and I'm wanting more of a linen or burlap type of color. Let's pull out some of her ephemera. Well, I mean, I got this guy. You can pass. I think we're gonna keep that in there. So these are all my papers, and I think that goes really well. Let me know in the comments below if you think so too. Super cute. Yes. So these are some solid colors that I brought in. A gray, a brown. Oh, it goes good with that bear. Like a tan and a lighter tan, and of course white. Through all my Joann hauls from buying all that cardstock, these are the ones that match, and none of these did I buy from the Joanns. These are from Michael's. And also, I think I'm gonna make this work. I have plenty of paper here. The gray album with the spine, which I love, and I totally would have used that. It wouldn't get here till like the 20-something, and I'm already will be gone. I'll be in Texas. So I'm gonna make this work. Ooh, I like that. I could, oh, I like that. And then, yes, okay, so, we got an idea. But then look, there's pink. I'm probably going to cover that up. Definitely want like a white, but it has to be the same. So I might go in. Oh yeah, I might do that. I can't wait. I'm ready to dive in. Let me know in the comments below again what you think about this collection that I put together. So happy that I was able to shop my stash, because it's not that I didn't want to spend money. It's not about the money. I did invest in the album and some other things. It's that I knew I've got stuff. I just feel so good about using this beautiful pieces of paper. Make sure you follow me so that you can see how the progress is coming. I don't know if I'll be doing any process videos because I am taking a class on how to put it together. I don't think that's allowed. So I'm going to respect that. But I will show you it's coming along, and of course a flip through of how the whole thing looks. Let's hope, fingers crossed, I could get this done in 2.5 days. Lael does it in 3 hours. Of course, I'm not going to be able to sit and do it in 3 hours. I'm going to have to break that up. That's why I'm hoping I'll be able to do this in that amount of days. All right, I'll see you on my next one. I'm excited to do this project, because I've never done anything like this before except for December daily. So I'm very excited.